What you're about to hear breaks down how two powerful figures, Larry Ellison and Tony Blair, are quietly shaping the future of digital ID. This isn't science fiction, it's happening now, with Oracle and the Tony Blair Institute at the center of it. Let's take a closer look at what this means and who really benefits.
Citizens will be on their best behavior because we're constantly recording and reporting everything that's going on.
In 2016, when Trump was trying to ban TikTok the first time, TikTok began storing its data in the US with Oracle. Now, Trump announced that Oracle and Ellison would essentially be taking over TikTok's domestic operations here in the US. And not just taking it over, the main thing Oracle is going to be tasked with is running the algorithm. So TikTok will now have its algorithm controlled by Oracle and Larry Ellison. So if that weren't enough, Ellison has also been giving all this money to his son, who started Skydance. Skydance is a production studio that's trying to make non-woke media, essentially. Last week, they closed the deal to buy the Free Press for $150 million. And now, Ellison and Skydance, which also bought Paramount, CBS, all this, they're now looking to buy CNN. So there's a chance that they could own Paramount's assets. I mean, they already own all Paramount's assets, CBS, the Free Press. They're looking to buy Warner Discovery, which would come with CNN, HBO, and so on. So they're in the position of becoming a father-son duo that totally controls both big tech, or at least has a large power over big tech via TikTok and traditional media of these other assets. Number 3 is the Tony Blair Institute. I want to make sure it's Institute, not Initiative, TBI. Tony Blair Institute. Tony Blair, who was the Britain's kind of George Bush equivalent back in the 2000s. He was major supporter of the Iraq War, kind of a Bill Clinton-esque moderate lefty, I guess, on politics, a real neoliberal, then supported the war in Iraq. Because of those two things, a lot of people now hate him. But he's remained relevant, including through its institute, which lobbies or essentially promotes research and advice on how the government can use tech. Well, the biggest funder of the TBI, Tony Blair Institute, is Larry Ellison. Larry Ellison has injected $343 million into this. And you might wonder why, who cares? Why does he care so much about British politics? Well, what Ellison has long been calling for, and what TBI by coincidence or by design calls for now, organizing a database with all British people's data in it.
The first thing a country needs to do is to unify all of their data so it can be consumed and used by the AI model. You have to take all of your healthcare data, your diagnostic data, your genomic data.
And what the UK has, and Ellison has said this, is unusually great health data because the National Health Service. So that's government-funded healthcare. The UK keeps very good track of this data. Ellison is saying you need to organize this data so we can use it. Tony Blair Institute has said the same exact thing. So one thing that both of them called for is digital ID, essentially a database where the government can track you and they can keep tabs on you, all with this digital identification that you would have. They say this is to fight illegal immigration, make it so illegal immigrants can't work, and just to keep everybody safe. About 2-3 weeks ago, the UK government announced that they would pursue this policy, sparking a big backlash on both sides of the aisle in Britain, not among everybody, but among certain people on both sides. Certainly anyone who's skeptical of government did not like the sound of this. Who wants this?
Tony Blair and Larry Ellison.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, I just can't imagine if you poll the majority of citizens that they would say they want they want this guy, they want his vision to become a reality, and yet it is.
So that's where things stand. A global digital ID push, backed by tech money and political power. Whether it's sold as innovation or control depends on who's holding the data. Stay alert, stay informed, and as always, keep asking who profits when privacy disappears.